What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Give it a moment. Let some people pop up in here. Between the bugs and the heat, we're going to see how long I can hang out here. Let's see what we can do. See where everybody at on this beautiful Saturday. Problem-solving Saturday is what we're going to call it. Some folks holler up and give folks a minute to hop in here. But I'll hop on here. I figured it was a good moment. It was a good moment to go ahead and jump on live and just see what's going on out here, man. See what the community got going on. See what the fellas, ladies, what the audience got going on with themselves this weekend. Testing. Checking the mic. Y'all let me know if you can hear me. And I usually have somebody in here by now. About to say, what's going on? Welcome. Happy Saturday. But I'll hop on here with y'all to see what's going on. You like lemons? That's what's up. Ethan, what's good? What's going on? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the live. Y'all let me know if you can hear me too, man. Make sure I'm not yelling in your ear, blowing your eardrum out. Happy Saturday, y'all. But I'll jump on here, have a little conversation with y'all. I'm going to see how long I can hang, man. It's hot out here and these damn sweat bees keep popping up to me. So we're going to see how long I can hang. But what y'all got going on this weekend, man? We're going to call this problem-solving Saturday. Kimberly, DJI Mic 3? Hell no. This is a Amazon cheap $22 mic. That kind of does it. I've been looking into getting a DJI for my camera, but I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. But yeah, this does the job. What y'all got going on? Like as you see in the title, this is live Q&A, problems, concerns, questions. What y'all got going on in your lives? For those who actually watch my content, big on mindset, fitness, taking care of yourself out here, y'all. What y'all struggling with, man? What's going on? How's your week been? What problems have you run into? What keeps popping up in your life, y'all? I'll leave me some questions, some comments, man. Let's get the show on the road, man. This is a moment for everybody. We all go through stuff, man. We all got things going on in our lives. And sometimes, especially us dudes, man, we don't have anybody to just hear us, to see us. You know what I mean? So I wanted to create a space where people could just hop in here, man, talk about an issue they might have going on. See if I can give you some insight, to the best of my ability. I'm not some wizard or anything. I ain't got all the answers. What you say, Scarlett Smith? The fly Roundup. You talking about Roundup like to kill insects? It's cool. But what else y'all got going on out there? What y'all struggling with out there? All right, Kim. You take care of yourself. What's going on, folks? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. If you're just hopping in here, man, this is Problem Solving Saturday, man. What you got on your plate? What you dealing with? Everybody just need to be heard sometimes, man. And I'm realizing how powerful of a thing that is. We got up in here, man. Say what's up, y'all. Y'all hit that like button for me if y'all digging the conversation so far. Well, yeah, like I said, just wanted to hop on here, man, get out in some sunlight, sit here, have a conversation. It's important to be able to be heard. When you're heard, you're felt, or you feel like you're being felt. You know what I mean? Like somebody understands you. Somebody gets it. And I want to create that space for people. You know? Who's in here with me, man? Y'all say something in the chat, man. But yeah. Chilling, North Carolina. It's a mid-August day. It's hot. It could be hotter. I'm not gonna front. It is hot, but it could be hot. I've experienced hotter around this time of year. But we're gonna go ahead and be grateful. Be grateful for this sunshine. Be grateful for the couple of people that's spending some time with me right now, man. Appreciate y'all popping in here. But y'all too quiet. What's going on in your world? I know you got something going on. We all do. What's on y'all mind? Surprised ain't nobody say something silly. Man, y'all get in the chat, man. Let's get this conversation going, man. Like I said, I was just gonna give it a little bit of time, see how things flow here. I ain't gonna be out here all afternoon, especially if it's not popping off. But chilling in the chat on a Saturday. Honestly, this was more of like I ain't gonna say a test run. I just don't be on live all that often. So I was just trying something different. I'm like, let me just go ahead and hop on the live. You know, if it pop off, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I know that this is one of those things where, especially if you could jump on live without like people knowing, you know, you don't really get too much traffic. But yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the live. We calling Problem Solving Saturday. What you got going on? Life do be funny sometimes, though, don't it? Life is funny. And it's even funnier when you don't know yourself. Life be funny as hell. Life be a struggle. It should be hard out here. All right, what's going on? Appreciate you hopping up in the live with me. Whoever's in here rocking with me, I appreciate you. I've been saying I'm in here chilling. I've been talking to myself for a good while, but it's all good. It's all good. Sometimes you got to do that, especially on these lives. Yeah, happy Saturday to whoever's in here. Appreciate you spending some time. Like I've been saying, I just wanted to hop on here. What we got? Contain Chaos. I definitely recognize that name. I've been struggling to keep that first week momentum. How do you keep pushing to week 2 and beyond? What do you mean? Are you talking about like working out? Are you talking about what you got? Give me a little bit more context of what you're talking about, if you don't mind. And I hope you're having a good Saturday. I hope the weather is nice wherever y'all at. But yeah, what you mean, contain? You talking about? I'm assuming you're talking about working out. But anyways, if you're saying let me just leave you sitting here. If you're saying you've been struggling to keep that first week momentum, how do you keep pushing? Mostly gym. Mostly gym. Okay. All right. So you're struggling to get past the first week. I mean, what I would ask you is like, what are you struggling with? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you just kind of like feeling tired, feeling lazy, lack of motivation? Like, what is the actual thing that keeps popping up? That is the struggle. So I would look at like that first. Like, okay, what's keeping me from keeping going, so to speak? You know, am I going to the gym and it's too crowded? Am I picking a bad time to go? So you gotta, I would say, get clear on like what the actual issue is. And then once you figure out what that is, then you can set yourself up to like be prepared for when it pops up again. So there's something that's obviously stifling your momentum. Like you said, after the first week, there's something getting in the way that's keeping you from wanting to keep going. And I don't know what that is yet. But once you can figure that out, what you said, I was at my best while lifting 5 sessions a week and then found myself in a break. And it's like, how do I get back to that level? These days I'm struggling to stay. Yeah, okay. I can see that. So yeah, so it sounds like you were kind of killing it. You were in a groove 5 days a week, and then the momentum fell off and you're struggling trying to get back to where you were. Okay. Hopefully that sounds right, what I'm saying. But yeah, first of all, I would just accept that happens with working out in general. That's just life. That's just working out. It's going to have the ebbs and flows. It's going to have the ups and downs. So once you can understand that and just kind of have an acceptance of that to begin with, that's your first step. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to always be on. You're not going to always be like, yeah, 5 days a week, freaking 52 weeks out the year. No, it's going to be some weeks in there where you're like, yo, fuck this. I don't feel like going. You know, like there's times for me personally, like I might need to go to the grocery store. I might not have the right food. I might not even go to the gym because my diet is, I don't have the right food to eat after I work out. So it's little things that may be preventing you. But what I would say is be easy on yourself, because if you was going 5 days a week and then you had a dip, you may try to come back to what you were doing during that when you was going 5 days a week, and you might not be able to keep up with that yet. That's not to say that you won't get back there, but sometimes when we take those breaks, our body kind of like, you know, the muscle goes away a little bit. Your rhythm is kind of off a little bit. So I would say ease back into it. Like that's what I'm doing right now. I don't know if you watch my content like regularly, but I dislocated my shoulder and I wasn't able to work out consistently like what I'm used to. So after like 3.5, 4 months, I'm finally getting back to finding a rhythm myself. And what I'm noticing, I lost like some strength. And it's being easy on myself, realizing that, yo, it's okay to fall. It's okay to like take a step back or whatever. And it's okay to kind of ease back into where I was. You know what I mean? Like I can't lift what I was lifting before, and it's okay. So like, okay, it gives me something to work towards again. And that's what I would say. Like when you take that break, maybe just realize you might not be able to do 5 days a week again. Or, I mean, you will eventually, but maybe starting out, you might need to do 3. You know what I'm saying? Or you might not be able to do the volume that you were doing before. She says, yes. You say, yes, not being there now is tough and it's hard to work back up. For example, I was benching 115 and now I'm failing at 85 pounds. It's like I've lost my gym identity. You didn't lose it. I hear what you're saying. It might feel like you lost it. You have not lost it yet. That's just what happens sometimes. If you're not like consistent, yeah, you'll start to see a decline in your strength or where you were. But like I said, it's okay to experience that. Like just realize like that's part of it. And with muscle memory, like you'll bounce back. Just make sure your nutrition is right. Make sure you're still getting your protein in, and and just be easy on yourself. I mean, you was doing 115, you drop down to 85. That's not like a huge dip or anything like that either. And I'm telling you, you'll get back. I promise you. Just keep going and set up a routine for yourself that you know you can commit to. If you know you're not gonna, if 5 days feels like, damn it, I was doing that before and I can't get back to it, back off a little bit. Try 3 days and then keep doing that and then work your way back up. I cannot pronounce your name, homie. I think it's Villa Katufuki. Remember, tell everyone I don't want to be mentioned at all globally ever again in any way, form is the truth. Picture this, I'm angry. I don't know what you mean by that. Remember, tell everyone I don't want to be mentioned at all globally ever again in any way or form is the truth. Picture this, I don't know what that means, but I wish you the best with that you don't get mentioned globally again. Bro, anybody else deal with sweat bees this time of year? Things are so damn annoying. But yeah, consistency in the gym. It's one of those things, man. I think people think that it's always going to be on the up and up. Everything is going to be rainbows and butterflies. That's what I always like to say. When she said, I appreciate your perspective and your ability to relate to that comeback. Yeah, I appreciate you. Appreciate you hopping on here. I feel like life is always about a comeback to some degree. You know what I mean? We always trying to come back, come out of something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's crazy because I be going through my shit too. You know, I be going through my stuff. I talk about it in my videos, my stuff with my daughter. It's probably the hardest stuff that I'm dealing with right now currently. But like I said, you always coming out of a storm, heading into a storm. So you got to make sure that you sharpen in that mindset so that you can handle them storms because they're never going to end. They will always keep coming. And the common denominator in that is you know? So I've also learned to be easy on yourself, man. There ain't no such thing as perfection either. We all gonna fuck up. Give yourself permission to fuck up sometimes. Excuse my language. Give yourself permission to mess up. Okay? It's okay. It's gonna be all right. It ain't life or death. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the live. If you're new hopping in here, I said it's problem solving Saturday, man. We just out here solving problems, putting out fires to the best of our ability. But yeah, Contained, if you're still in here, do your thing. Keep going. She said, was there anything you focused on with your shoulder to help you feel better at the new bar of effort? I'm gonna have to read that again. Was there anything I focused on with my shoulder to help you feel better at the new bar of effort? I mean, what I would say is, was there anything I focused on with my shoulder? I mean, not to sound abstract and super hippie, but I just focused on what I could control the whole time throughout that little 3.5-4 months. I was very limited to like what I could do because I was still doing a lot of band work, like at the house, you know, because I was like I said, I was used to going to the gym 4 or 5 days a week. So to not be able to do that, and also to not have the green light from the doctors to say, yo, you can get back in the gym yet. I was still doing what I could do. And that's another thing. When you start working out, you become more like attuned to your body. So even though I didn't have the green light from the doctors and stuff, I still kind of knew like, all right, I feel good doing this, or I feel okay doing this. I'm about to move these damn flies. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of just listening to my body. So I just went with, you know, as I progressed and the doctors, not the doctors really, it's like the physical therapist, as they were like, yo, okay, you can do this now. You can get back in the gym, but yo, no overhead pressing or no doing whatever. You know, there were some things that I couldn't do yet. So I knew that I had limitations. And like I said, I was attuned to my body. So I just listened to my body and I'm like, so as far as when you're asking me, you know, what did I focus on with my shoulder to help me feel better at the new bar of effort? It's just like control what I can control and just ease into things, listen to my body and respect. That's one thing I learned too with that shoulder injury. Respect what your body is saying to you. Like, for example, if I moved it a certain way and I was like, ooh, that don't feel like, listen, don't push past that, because that's when you can be putting yourself in danger and stuff like that. So it's really just listening to your body, control what you could control, and just respect the process. Like, I've been working out for like 9 years consistently, so I know it's a long game. You know, I'm one of those guys. I'm okay with delaying gratification and stuff like that. Kate said, okay, that mindset piece is where I need to dial in. My lifting journey was very straightforward until now, and it really sounds like I'm losing this setback because of my mindset. Mindset is everything, I think. Mindset plays a huge part into all aspects of our life. You know, like if you're thinking yourself out of moving forward, out of progress, out of what you can do rather than what you aren't doing and what you should be doing, yeah, you'd be thinking yourself into circles all the time. That's why I always go back to like, yo, control what you can control. What can you do right now? Put one foot in front of the other. Take baby steps if you have to. Write stuff down. Take your time. Slow down. It's going to be all right. You don't have to compete with anybody else. That's what I say. Like, that's the mindset. It's like, yo, we're in our own race here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're all moving at our own pace. And there's nothing wrong with that. The universe is order. The earth is at the perfect distance from the sun. Gravity, atmosphere, and oxygen levels are balanced. Even small deviations would make life impossible. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you hopping in here. Yo, if y'all hopped in here and y'all haven't hit that like button, man, go ahead and hit that like button. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying the conversation, if you're not, then don't hit it. Good Allah says, Quran Surah An-Nisa, verse 36, worship Allah, be kind to parents, relatives, orphans, the poor, and neighbors near and far. It's a great lesson. That is a great lesson. Be kind to everybody, no matter what, man. I've said that quite a few times over the past few days. I had to tell my son that today. You know, just having a conversation with a homie of mine the other day, man. Just be kind. He was saying the same thing. He's like, man, my ex, man, why can't you just be kind? I'm like, bro, you know, but yo, that's what it's about. And the kinder you are to yourself, the easier it is for you to be kind to others, man. I know it sounds cheesy, sound cliche, but it's real. You know, at 42 years old now, I can look back on things sometimes. I ain't got it all figured out. I ain't no master. I'm still trying to figure it out. I look back on things, man, like we make our lives a lot harder than they need to be. Especially when we're judgmental, when we think our opinions matter the most, you know what I mean? And then when we try to force those opinions on others, and then, you know, now you mad that they don't agree with you. And then things just snowball. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Contain Chaos says, I've only been lifting for 2 years, so your years of wisdom and perspective are appreciated, especially the simplicity. Appreciate you, Contain. Kindness is everything. It is everything. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I appreciate you being open to my perspective. And yeah, simplicity. Everything. I know I could talk and make it sound like it's so simple. I have a tendency to do that. I try to be mindful of that. But yeah, it really does just start with us and our mindset and just baby steps, man. Just doing what you can do. And just sticking to that. I heard it in a video today. It's like, just appreciate your small wins, whatever that looks like to you. Appreciate the small wins. Whether you got up, maybe you got up an hour earlier than you wanted to. Maybe you made your bed this morning. You cooked your breakfast. You know, you're being a little bit more kinder to people. You're not as judgmental. You're not pushing your shit on other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about, man. But in order to get to that point, you got to be able to recognize yourself. You got to be able to look at yourself. A lot of people scared to do that. But yeah, it's hot. Appreciate y'all for spending some time with me this Saturday afternoon. I know this kind of impromptu live stuff. I don't ever schedule lives. Just be like, let me just hop on here, see if somebody want to come chat it up. Contain, yeah, I want to go back. You said you only been working out for 2 years too. Congratulations on that too. Like that's consistent as well too. You know what I mean? Like, so just having these minor setbacks, just realize the setbacks come with they come with it. You know, setback is almost like a reset in a way, depending on your mindset, your perspective. She said the man at the dispo told me to celebrate my small wins just 2 days ago. Clearly, that's a message for me. Mm-hmm. It is. It's one of them. That's the universe trying to get your attention and say, look, girl, chill out. Be proud of yourself. That's another thing. I was going to do a video on that too. I hadn't ever gotten around to making it, but be proud of yourself. A lot of us overlook how far we have come. You know, we always looking at like where we need to get. I need to do this better. I need to do this. Like, yo, you need to look at what you're doing better today already that you wasn't doing so good a few years ago, a few months ago. You know, I think about stuff like that, like when somebody pissed me off or something and I realized like, damn, I don't react to stuff like how I used to. Or I know how to work with it a bit better now. There's like no greater feeling. There's some greater feelings, but one of the greatest feelings is when a problem hits you, when something hits you, and you're able to just like kind of sit in it and it doesn't take over your whole moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it can hit you, it can sting, but it's like, I'm gonna get through this too. Just like I got through everything else. The path that I've been on has been building me up to be able to get through this stuff. And it's like working that muscle and doing that over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Tane said, thank you. The first year was fun and full of newbie gains, and now I'm feeling that first pushback. I think a message of internal pride would be helpful. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Be proud of yourself. Take that internal, what do they call it? Internal inventory or whatnot. But I don't know. For me, working out, like it eventually just became like a part of my lifestyle. Like it just molds into something that is like I just do this every day. Like it got to a point, especially in the earlier years. I remember where like I'd be trying to find a job or like looking for a new job or something, and it was like that job has to be molded around me being able to work out. You know, not to say that it took priority over it, but it became like something I really valued. It became something like a staple in my life where, yeah, like it'll shift your identity. Like you're no longer the person. Like I used to be an alcoholic. Used to smoke cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes for damn near 20 years. Like your identity starts to shift. You know what I'm saying? You get to a point where it's like, I don't even do that. I don't even move the same way that I used to. I don't do those things anymore. And I have to move in a way that is really promoting more like health and positivity and you just start moving differently in life, you know? But yeah, congratulations to being on your journey for 2 years. Just keep it going. But yeah, it's hot, y'all. We getting through. What else y'all got going on out there, y'all? What else y'all be struggling with? No matter what you're struggling with, it all starts with your mindset, like I said earlier. No matter what problem you got going on, get that mindset right. And I say that a lot too in my videos. And I know some people might be like, what does that even look like? What does it look like to get your mindset right? For me, because I can only talk about for me, that's been a journey in of itself, man. I talk about meditating. And honestly, I say meditating a lot, but I don't even do it like every single day. But I do take time to sit like in the morning when I get up. You know, I do try to sit for like 5-10 minutes. No phone, no noise, no nothing. And that's been one of the biggest things that has really changed like my mindset and really improved the relationship that I have. What's up, bro? Really improved the relationship that I have with my thinking. That's what everything boils down to, man. It's your relationship you have with your thinking, man. How you think, why you think the way you think. Why you think the way you think when you think somebody thinks a certain way about you. How that shifts the way you think about yourself. I'm not trying to take you on an overthinking tangent right now, But what I'm saying is once you can take control of that and hijack that system through meditating, sitting in stillness, getting away from the noise, you'll change your life once you start to do that. You'll change your life once you start to do that. I promise you. Sit for like 5 minutes every day, man. Just do it for like a week. Watch how your life changes. But yeah, man, if y'all ain't got too many more questions, if y'all ain't really not got nothing on your heart, on your spirit that you want to share, man, I'm gonna probably work my way up out this live. But if y'all got something, man, I got a few more minutes. So I got going on for the weekend. About halfway through. Yo, appreciate y'all popping in here. I know it'd be a couple of people at a time, but I appreciate every last one of you. And yeah, like I said, I just spent about 31 minutes up in here. Y'all got any questions, concerns, problems? Go ahead and drop them in the comments right now, man. I'm here for y'all. Like I might be like, man, what even gives you the authority to tell me anything, man? I've been on a journey, y'all. Contain, thanks for sharing your time today. I'm going to get ready for the third lift of the week. Not 5, but not, there you go. Not 5, but not 0. I like that. You got to find that sweet spot that works for you. You got to find the sweet spot that allows you to continue to keep showing up for yourself. And once you reach that threshold, add a little bit more. It's just like in the gym. Once you reach the threshold, add 5 more pounds. It's the same thing. Everything can be a metaphor. Everything can be a message. Everything can be a lesson. But I hope that helps. And I hope you enjoy that workout. But yeah, lost my train of thought. I was talking about something profound. Mindset, questions, concerns, problems. Oh yeah, what makes me an authority to be able to talk? Man, life. I done been kicked around. Not even kicked around. I was kicking myself around. I had to learn some things. To become more self-aware, more emotionally mature. I had to grow up. I had to really grow up. I had to kick the alcohol. Once I kicked the alcohol, doors opened up to where I realized I had other work that I had to do. You know, I had to go on this journey and do some rewiring. You know what I'm saying? Do some digging. Do some digging through the archives. But man, I appreciate every last one of y'all. Y'all in here, y'all ain't hit that like button. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. But I only had a few heads in here, man. But like I said, I appreciate y'all's time. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Check out the latest videos. Leave me some comments, you know, on the videos. Let me know what y'all want to hear, what topics y'all want to talk about. All right. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.